too. Hello, everybody. We're back. I apologize. Technical difficulties there. Lost the connection, internet connection. So, unfortunately, being as it's on my line, we lost. Okay, you lost everybody, but we're back. Anyway,
We're back.
We lost everybody.
yeah, I'm like, Jesus, man, what timing too. Oh, I hate that. I hate it when that happens.
Well,
Can't do anything
can't
about
do
it.
anything about it. Are you using Wi-Fi or
Yeah,
it has a
Wi-Fi,
phone?
and I actually reset it too. So just in
Mm.
case. So I apologize, Graham and whoever else is watching. Oh, figures.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, where were
So
we?
did your computer take a dump?
No, God, no. The internet actually took a dump for a minute,
Ah, okay.
and I just decided to reset it. I said, you know what? Why don't I reset it just to be on the safe side?
Well, me and the girls kept it going for a while until you reset it.
Didn't-
You didn't recognize that it's not already. It's not. It's off air already.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens, and it's been good all day too.
Yeah.
Is it raining there, or is the weather?
It's a little windy, but which is actually nice though, because it feels pretty good out.
Mm.
So I'm kind of glad that it is windy, because mosquitoes aren't bad when it's windy.
Mm.
Mosquitoes are weak flyers, and they do not like it when it's windy.
Mm.
Probably we need the
that's-
wind environment.
What's that?
Environment will be effective than a dengue vaccine.
Bakit?
Sabi niya weak daw yung mosquito.
Ah.
Hindi na makakaan.
Oh,
Should
Okay.
learn how to speak Filipino, Baba.
Sorry, Baba.
So you know you're talking about you're not.
I'm just telling her that
No.
probably
Just
a
kidding.
more effective way not contracting the dengue virus is that having a windy environment.
yeah, I know it's not good.
It's
Obviously.
in Luis province in somewhere near Tagaytay. It's Cavite. There. So cold in my standards. Maybe 18 degrees ba?
Yeah, probably
18
18
degrees
degrees.
Celsius. It's already
Oh,
too cold for me.
That's winter time for you girls. Yeah.
What? It's really cold for me. I'm wearing socks and
So
jacket
sleep
and
without
everything.
any electric fan or aircon, and then
It's Christmas for us.
yeah.
Well, we had a lot of fresh vegetables planted on their farm. Vegetables, fruits. So our breakfast was a lot of food, but we just picked it all around the house from their farm. It's really nice to live there instead of a city.
So if you're too resourceful, you can live without.
Do you have plants? Vegetable plants?
Yeah. I have plants in my backyard. I even have a tree that I bought at Home Depot. It's called a shooting star. And
Wow. Why?
yeah, and do you know where it comes from?
No.
It comes from Philippines. Yeah.
Really? Shooting star. Hmm.
Yeah. And it has a green leaf, and underneath the leaf it's a crimson, like red underneath, and it blooms
Mm.
twice. It blooms twice a year, and the flower looks like a shooting star. And
Mm.
I bought it like what was it 10 years ago, and I planted it. And you have to be very
Mm-hmm.
careful. You have to be very careful with it, or it'll take over the whole backyard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's one of those plants. You can't kill it. Okay.
That's why
Kasi,
plant stealer. It can take over your entire.
alin yun?
Yeah.
I think I saw one
Okay.
on our province, but it's just like a wild flower.
It's
on the
they
sidewalk.
consider it weed. The one that you bought.
And
Consider it weed.
what the flower looks like, the center of it is let me
Mm.
see. The center of it is yellow, and then
Mm-hmm.
you'll see stems come out with little white flower petals. And you ever see fireworks
Yeah.
when the shooting star goes off, and you
Yeah.
see white things go everywhere? It's just like that. That's why they call it a shooting star. Yeah, so
That.
I keep it trimmed up,
Mhm.
you know, and I try my best with it, but it seems to grow everywhere. I've even had a
The flowers invading your garden already.
I saw
yeah.
you're planting vegetables.
Once in a while, I plant tomatoes. Let's see, cucumbers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. The soil here isn't that good. If you dig down more
Mm-hmm.
Oh
than
yeah.
2 or 3 inches, you'll hit sand. So
Ah.
yeah, so what I'll do is I'll set up a box with about uh, 8 inches of soil and
Mm-hmm.
some cow manure chopped into it, and I'll plant in it.
So you're making your own soil for your.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll plant the tomato plants in it and the cucumber plants in it, and they'll grow just fine. But you have to put like a wire mesh, chicken screen around it, because the rabbits will come in, the armadillos will come in,
Oh,
and
rabbit.
they will eat.
The rabbits eat your plants?
Yeah, yeah, they will eat
Don't
everything.
consider the
So
rabbits are parasites there.
say again.
You consider the rabbits
Yeah, we have rabbits here.
scavengers.
Yeah, we have rabbits here in
Scav-
Florida, and because
Mm.
where I live on
Here,
the coast, uh, there's there's a lot of woods, a lot of mangroves, and if you go out to any of the parks, like if you go out
Mm-hmm.
there, I'm near a park system called Key Vista. It's a nature park. You can take your dog, put him on a leash, and walk around. And when you walk around, especially in the springtime, you'll see
Mhm.
all that the rabbits have multiplied, and you'll see the little baby rabbits running on the trails and stuff like that. And we also have deer here. I mean, they don't
Oh,
the
wow.
deer yeah, the deer here doesn't look that good, but people like to hunt it. That's up to
Oh,
them.
But
Yeah.
why?
have you tried eating one or tried the deer meat?
The deer here is like bangit, bangit, very
Right.
ugly looking. Doesn't doesn't look like the deer up
I
north.
thought you were vegetarian.
It doesn't look. The deer here doesn't look like Bambi. Okay.
Yeah, they're very small too.
Yeah. Well, see, Bubba can tell you all about the deer here in Florida.
Yeah, they're very,
Why?
very small.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're very small, the deer in Florida. As opposed if you go to say even up north or go somewhere like Idaho or Montana, Wyoming, you have mule deer out there and they're huge. And you also have moose.
Mhm.
Mm.
But
Matter of
I
fact,
do have to say, deer is very tasty. It's great.
deer is very good. It's very healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but there are hunting seasons only dedicated to hunt, right?
Yeah. Here we
Is
have
that
hunting
right?
season. You get so many. You're only allowed to bag so many deer. Then you'll have to buy a tag.
Oh,
You'll have to
Hmm.
buy a tag, and it'll cost. I think it costs like a couple of $100 to buy a tag and go hunting for deer
Is
here. And I believe that
there
starts
the
in
hunting?
November. I believe it starts in November. Am I
Oh.
correct,
oh,
Bubba?
Yes, generally November, and it starts out. It's usually like black powder.
oh.
Hmm.
Then it goes to then it goes. It starts out like bow, and then it goes to like black powder, and then it goes to regular rifle or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, and bow is by far the hardest.
Yeah.
Black powder can be kind of difficult too because you go early in the morning. So if the powder gets a little damp, then it won't fire.
Yeah. Now you girls like lechon. You like baboy damo? Ano ang gusto mo?
Baboy damo, yeah. Baboy damo delicious and tasty
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here in
compared to a
Florida,
regular meat.
yeah, here in Florida we have a wild boar hunting season because they multiply so quickly. All
Ang
right,
deer?
and
The deer?
uh, no, the wild boar.
What
You
more?
know the
Ah, wild boar.
yeah, and
I've
Ah,
gone
okay.
boar hunting a lot of times when I lived there.
yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And it's good eating.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot
Favorite.
healthier. It's leaner. Not nearly as
Mhm.
much. No,
More
there's hardly any
tasty.
fat on it. What's that?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Konti lang mataba.
Konti
I've,
lang
I've
So
taba.
never hunt. I've never went.
yeah, it's very lean meat, tasty,
Yeah.
uh, but a little gamey. It tastes wild.
Juicy and tasty.
Oh yeah, you would like it. Yeah, especially
Especially if you try
who's the good cook between you? Is it you or Maria?
it's Maria. Or probably
Maria.
Ganesha.
It's Mother Maria.
Ah, that's a beautiful name, Maria. I like that name. Awesome
It's
name.
like a mother.
Oh,
It's because we have a lot of kinds of native chickens, pigs in our farm. So
huh.
I've watched them
Well, I've never.
natural.
We went to shooting classes or ano yung tawag dyan? Firing
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 class.
firing something.
Ah,
But I able to really hit the target until long distance. But when I started working at the hospital, and
uh-huh.
then I saw all the gunshot wounds, I kind of lost my
Drive to.
ability to shoot. So I'm not sure if
We can
maybe I'll
hunt.
just watch
I'll just
hunting.
eat or
I'll
cook.
just eat whatever you hunt.
So
So
we will
which do you
rely on
like?
you, Papa.
What?
Which do you like better, baboy damo or manok?
Tababira ng manok.
Depends. They are both different.
I like chicken more.
You like chicken?
Because
Yeah. Okay.
Native chicken is good.
Yeah.
I
What's
kind
your
of
favorite way to cook manok?
Tinola for native chicken.
Uh-huh.
because I don't like pig because I saw how they are killed. So
Slaughtered.
slaughtered, so I don't like it.
Yeah, people lose their taste for food when they see how it's
Yeah.
actually killed.
I raised my
Yeah.
own meat chickens
Oh
one
my
time. I raised my own meat chickens one time. A couple times
Mhm.
actually, and
God.
killed them.
Chicken.
Killed them, plucked them, everything.
Have you
Yeah.
Oh my
done
God.
slaughtering one? A chicken or probably a pig?
I can't.
Well, when I killed the chicken, I hung it upside down. I take a very sharp knife and I just cut the artery in its neck. And if the knife is
Yeah.
sharp, they don't feel a thing.
Really?
Yeah. I've
Yep,
watched both. Eh.
they don't fight or nothing. They at about five when there's about 5 seconds left, they're like something's not right, and they'll flap their wings a little bit, and then boom, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't feel
I
anything.
I went out to a province called Parañaque one time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
my Sawa, she brought me out there, and I met her familia, and
Mhm.
it's kind of very rural. You know, a lot of open. No, it's not city like. And her mother asked me. She says, "Popeye, you like chicken? You want chicken for lunch?" I said, "Sure." Just I'm good cook. I said, "Okay."
Mhm.
And she says, "You see that chicken right there? You go get it and kill it. I'll cook it for you." So I said, "Okay."
And I'll cook it for you.
Were you
I
able to
told her,
enjoy the food?
yeah, I told her, walang problema. So I
Chicken.
I grabbed the chicken, and my Asawa's brother give me the big cleaver, the meat cleaver. I put
Mhm.
his neck on the chopping block, and I said, "Watch this," and I went, boom!
Wow.
I cut his head clean off. Then I stood him up, and he ran about 3 feet and dropped.
What?
And then she did the rest. She cleaned it, gutted it, cooked it, and it was quite tasty.
Ah,
Yeah.
That was my first province experience. That was back in 1984.
That was long
that
time
was a
ago.
great year.
So you got a little sea story today, Bubba. PG. How's that?
Wow.
There we go. Okay,
PG rate
where's the nicest place you've been besides the Aleutians and Iceland?
in Iceland. All right.
I
I
heard
will.
Iceland is
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. It. You know, we'll talk about that some other time. I'll tell you some more stories
There's a,
about Iceland.
there's a woman
Hmm?
behind every tree in Iceland,
I'm so
Yeah.
and there's no tree.
but they just can't stand the cold.
Well, the biggest joke in Iceland is if you want to find your way out of the forest,
Mhm.
stand up. But
Forest.
Okay.
Because there are no forests.
there are no
Only I.
forests,
So there's no
only
Oh.
ice. Yeah, they
No,
call it
you're
the
already
land
out.
of fire and ice. That's what they call it because they have volcanoes
Um,
there also.
and
But
it's the northern.
I will tell you the one of the nicest places I've ever been. 1982, when I was with the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower,
Mm-hmm.
we pulled into a place called Haifa, Israel.
Really?
Okay, yes. And when we pulled in there, it was we were there for 4 days, so I had liberty for 3 days. Okay, so my first day, I went ashore, and we back then we had to wear our dress blues. You know, the crackerjacks. You ever see the
Mhm.
sailor in the crackerjacks? I was truly Popeye that day. All right, and I grabbed my 35 millimeter camera. I had a Canon AE1 programmable at that time that I bought in Italy when I was in Italy, and I went around taking pictures. And
Mm-hmm.
this city is like old world beautiful, mixed with modern.
Wow.
Hmm.
And what they have a very special place there called Mount Camel. And on Mount Camel is on Mount Camel, they have a place called the Baha'i Gardens, right? And
Bye.
it is stunning. And at the top of Baha'i Gardens is a temple that has a pure golden dome. Okay,
Wait,
and
what country is that?
this
Like,
is
Israel.
in Israel. All right,
mm,
and it's very dry and hot there. Okay, and I
that's
went
right.
around the gardens taking pictures, and I met this young couple there, and they couldn't speak English really well, but I got the
Mm-hmm.
gist that they wanted me to take some pictures of them. Okay, so
Lucky you.
I took some pictures of them, and they kind of dragged me off to this little bodega, little store that they had on the corner, and it was a 1 hour photo place. So,
Photo shoot.
You were the
I got the
photographer.
pictures.
Just
Yeah,
for 1 hour.
I got the pictures developed, and I gave them the pictures. And what was so nice about it is they brought me back to their house and invited me for dinner with their mother and father and the whole family.
You got the
And
free food.
The photo shoot services.
yeah, and thank God the mother and father could speak English. Now we could communicate. And I had a real nice dinner. They asked me about the ship. They asked me how I liked Haifa. And at that time,
Mhm.
yeah, Haifa was a really nice
Haifa.
place to go. And they have beautiful beaches. And when you stand at the top of the temple at Mount Carmel, you can see the whole city. Okay,
Mm,
and
Wow.
oh, I mean, there's no trash on the streets.
Wow.
Tree, every plant is beautifully groomed. Um, it's really difficult to explain how clean it is there. And the people were
Wow.
very nice to us. They treated us really well when we were in Haifa. And
Wow.
I I was really saddened about it because um, that was 1982. In 1998, I was on a ship called the John Rogers, and we were on a med cruise, and we pulled into Haifa, and we could not leave the ship. We could only go down on the pier. We had a cookout. You know, we got a little break, and the reason why we couldn't leave the ship is because of terrorism. They kept
oh,
in the city. They kept blowing up buses
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the big fight between the Palestinians and
Mhm.
the Israels. And I so wanted to go back and see the Baja Gardens again
It's
and
still the same.
get get updated photos of it. But I, because of terrorism and bad people in the world, I couldn't see it. You know, because in that part
Oh.
of the world, they they there's a lot of people that don't like Americans, and I think you know that by
Oh.
watching the news, right?
did
So,
you
what do you
find
think
out?
of that, Bubba?
Well, it sucks you couldn't see the place again, but I'm surprised they actually had shops and shopkeepers there. It wasn't all accountants, doctors, and attorneys.
No, no, it wasn't. It was. It did not fit the stereotype.
Oh,
You were
okay.
going to ask. You were going to ask a question, Ken.
Hmm?
You were going to ask a question.
No.
No, we're just listening on your story. Another monkey story.
And but if you ever have the
Outnumbered.
chance, if you ever have the chance, go. It's beautiful. You know, beautiful.
Trying to look at the internet on what
How it
how it
looks like
looks like.
before.
I
And
think
it's really
the
amazing to
cleanest
see.
the cleanest city I've ever been to would have to be Quebec City.
Quebec. Huh?
Yeah, Quebec City. It's
Uh-huh.
beautiful because when you go to the Chateau Frontenac, which is a huge hotel, it
Oh,
sits like right on a high on a bluff, and you could see like 10 miles down the St. Lawrence Waterway,
Ah.
mountains and everything. It's it's beautiful. I'm not big.
Wow.
I've been to Montreal, which Montreal's okay, but it's a big city. It's kind of dirty.
Did you catch a
Mm-hmm.
hockey game?
No, I did not.
Oh, shame on you.
Although that's Canadian national treasure, hockey.
Yes. Yes.
uh,
So
Have you ever been to Vancouver?
oh,
I've never been to
it's cold.
Western Canada.
It's cold. Is it cold? Of course, it's cold.
Yeah.
My friend went here to the Philippines. He's from Canada. At the coffee shop.
Are
I'm
you
already
having?
having chills because it's so cold.
Is it?
And he takes off his jacket because he feels so warm. So I don't think I can stand in Quebec.
11
11
degree.
it's here it says it's negative
Negative 11 degree.
degrees Celsius.
So
Yeah,
how is that? I can't even
how is it
imagine me.
possible to survive there?
I think I need 3 layers of clothes.
Not just three.
3 to 5 layers so I could survive.
One thing I think's funny about Canada, though, especially Quebec, is if they think you're English Canadian, they won't. They'll act like they can't speak a lick of English. But if they find out you're American, they're really cool.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They don't mind Americans, but they do not like English. The English Canadians. I guess
Oh,
they feel like they've been oppressed.
um,
So, well, you know how the
they're
French are.
polite, polite.
Yeah, they like
They're
Americans. They don't like English Canadians. And
right.
Quebec City was so clean you could eat off the streets. Even in the old section of the city, it's like 250 years old or whatever. Even there, it's very clean.
Wow.
Oh,
It looks clean in the picture. We can only see what the two of you are talking about on the internet. So we're trying to figure out and
oh,
imagine
can you see the
the places that
hotel?
you've been.
Can you,
Sorry?
did you see the picture of the hotel? Chat,
Um,
it's Chateau
I think
Frontenac, I think is the name of it. It's
Citadel
it's
of
a
Quebec.
huge hotel.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you there,
Yeah.
Bubba?
I dated a chick who was from Montreal. She lived in
Uh-huh.
Florida. She was a physical therapist. Oh God, this is back in like 2000, I think, 2000, 2001.
Uh-huh.
And she was from Montreal, and and I got a vacation. She goes, "Oh, why don't you go with me? We'll go up to Montreal." I go, "Sure, why not?" So I said we went in July one year. I took like 2 weeks off from work because I had 2 weeks vacation, and I drove. I actually drove from Montreal to Savannah, Georgia, straight through
Holy
on the way
crap.
back.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah,
How
long
many
haul.
hours?
Yeah, it was a hell of a drive, man. I drank a lot of coffee.
How many hours?
It was like 24 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's only
What
you who
is
drove?
it's actually more dangerous to drive while you're sleepy rather than you're drunk. Rather
I
than if you're
wasn't.
drunk.
I wasn't sleeping.
No, no, she said while you're
Don't get me
sleeping.
sleeping.
Sleep. I
Sleep
understand.
or do
actually,
24 hours
actually,
sleep.
actually, back then it was easy for me. I could jump in a car and just drive, and plus too
Uh,
because there is some semblance of sanity on the roads in the United States. At
mhm.
least on the interstates, there is. So it's a whole different experience driving there than it is here. I wouldn't drive 24 hours straight here. Of course, you could, and you'd end up in the ocean unless you did like a unless you
Okay.
did like a circular drive around Mindanao. But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, yeah. The main roads are on the side of a hill.
Yeah, and they're
On
atrocious.
the
And you don't have
Nice.
guardrails.
Just
And
there on
some
the
stretch,
mountain.
and some stretches you don't have guardrails either.
Yeah, there are a lot of guardrails. So it tests all your skills in driving.
Yeah, Bubba, the roads in Philippines are what they call kawawa.
Uh,
But I got a question for you, young ladies.
Mhm.
The city of Makati, all right,
Mm-hmm.
is it still a really good shopping district?
Hmm. Well, a lot of the branded American European brands
Are fun.
have main stores located in Makati.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't really shop that much. What do you want to shop? There are a lot of shopping
I
malls
mean,
here in the Philippines,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Even not in
So
Makati.
it's just a nice environment because it's not people wear their corporate clothes
yeah.
and
Well,
but it's so traffic
Going there.
if you're bringing a car, it's
yeah.
so
It's
traffic.
Uh,
better if you
Oh.
drive. If you
Mhm.
commute.
Mhm. Yeah.
well, what I'm trying to get at when I was there, last time I was there was 1991, and I,
Mm.
It's very
I,
different from now.
A lot of shopping malls now. It depends on
yeah.
what you
Well, it was known for getting good deals. Like I used to go in there and buy polo shirts, pants, and ang
Actually, you can have a
and
kuripot
because
naman ang talaga, di ba?
nakakaripot. Yeah.
yeah, and
Can you?
we don't
Because the malls
we're,
there are just beside each other. So you have Greenbelt 1, 2, 3, and then
mm,
followed by SM Makati. There are a lot of shops that you can go. So probably you will find a good deal somewhere there.
we don't go into the pattern of the
Okay.
usual consumerism. We just
So
buy clothes that we need
things
now.
have changed. Yeah.
10 years ago, definitely, because we love.
Hmm.
But now it's
Uh,
okay. What do you need? Just what you need. Just buy that and eat.
yeah. Well, I don't know any woman that doesn't love shopping. Okay.
Well, we like to buy more of plain clothes now,
Probably once a month
and
is enough.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So is shopping a national sport for you?
Not now.
No,
No,
I
more
just
we
teasing.
National sport for all women that are
oh
stressed and
no for us no, because it we don't spend a lot of time thinking about our we look professional, but
Yeah, well,
what
you girls are
if you
young.
spend a lot of time choosing clothes,
Yeah,
no.
You
There are
girls
more
are young
important things.
professionals. I mean, how many hours a week do you put in on your job?
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
It depends on how many patients we have for the day, but depends if it, usually it's 8 hours, but sometimes if you want to go home early, we can go home early.
Oh, that's
Because
nice.
she's the boss.
Or if we have a lot of patients, we accommodate a lot,
So
all
sometimes
patients
around 6 to 10 working hours.
around those, but no strict time limits or time constraints.
Uh-huh.
But the less we
Okay.
work, the less we earn. It's
Ah,
kind of a bucket carrying job for now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we enjoy the time.
Very good.
And how about you when you working? Are you still
As for
working,
me,
Pop?
working, when I worked in the Navy, sometimes we work 12,
24 hours.
14-hour days. Yeah,
Huh?
This
yeah, yeah.
Ilan?
Well,
oh
24
yeah,
hours.
the military.
yeah,
Anytime. We just
yeah.
Don't you have subs?
Walang libre. Work, work, work. Maraming trabaho, di ba?
mm-mm.
Mm-mm. True, true.
There's no off.
Oo, walang off, walang off.
So you don't have any time to shop.
Puro
So
dagat.
Ah,
All you can see is sea.
the blue, the gray.
Mm.
mhm. So, Mr. Bubba, what's our next topic, man? What do you got on the
Oh,
docket, brother?
last week we talked about China a little bit about their navy, and I was saying that their navy's pretty much they got a new carrier, but it's like pretty much a 50,000 ton soup can that
Mhm.
can only carry like 36 planes, and a Nimitz class could carry 72.
Mm.
Yeah, 72
Yes, it can. But the Nimitz class is being phased out.
in favor of the Ford class,
Yeah. Mhm.
which and
Mm.
China's 2 generations behind as far as takeoff and landing technology, which means they can't carry as much fuel and they can't carry as much armaments.
Yeah, well, their aircraft carrier, I
It's a
liken their
speedboat.
aircraft carrier to
It's an American
a
class.
toy. Yeah, as a toy you would buy in Philippines that was made in China. You have it
Yeah.
for about 5 minutes and it breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Can't
can relate.
expect.
I can relate.
So you get paid for. That's what you
I
Yeah.
say.
can relate.
Even the Japanese and the India have better navies than China does. Japan's got a really good
Mm.
navy.
Yeah, they're very
Mm.
strict too with their sailors. Uh, I've had the honor of stepping on a Japanese ship when I was stationed in Mayport, Florida, and with the USS John Rogers. We had one docked right behind us, and they gave us a tour. And these guys are always in dress uniform. Uh, Everything is
Dressy?
tick, tick, tick,
Grassy.
tick.
And everything probably looks immaculate, I bet, too.
Dude, you could eat off the decks. I mean, clean, 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 and you'll see them cleaning 24/7. I'm like, wow, if my Navy was like that, we'd definitely have people exiting the Navy really quickly. Oh, but yeah, very interesting how they and a lot of ceremony when they do a changeover on the bridge
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and they change their watches. Uh, it's all big pomp and circumstance, and saluting and sounding off to each other. and all the movements are precise, and they do this 24 hours a day.
And then,
They do not play on their ship. Okay,
oh,
everything
yeah.
everything is business.
They have to, or else
What will
the
happen?
whole ship maybe pala yun. Forget that.
You could jump in here anytime you want, Bubba. I mean, I don't want to take your show over, brother.
Oh, that's okay, man. You're doing fine, man. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. So tell me,
He transferred the right.
so tell me, did Japanese sailors get liberty? And did they have to go in dress uniforms?
Yes, they got liberty, and yes, they had to go in dress uniforms. And I actually sat down and drank with a few of them in the enlisted club on the base, and they went crazy in the enlisted club on it. They couldn't believe, because we had a live band that night, and this club was just built and really nice. And on the side of the club, you had the dining hall where you could get something good to eat. And what was really funny is when a lot of them hit the the restaurant that was attached to the club, they were ordering steak. they were not ordering rice. They were not ordering spring rolls or any kind of Japanese food whatsoever. They were trying out steak, potatoes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
they loved it.
They did, and it kind of warmed my heart because, like, I've seen when I've gone overseas, I've seen my fellow sailors look for a McDonald's, look for a Burger King. And I used to say to them, why are you going to travel 15,000 miles to eat Burger King or McDonald's? Yuck. Yuck.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, that's garbage food. All right? That's garbage food.
Yeah.
I said, you go to a nice restaurant, get something good to eat,
Yeah, I
Eat
agree.
real food.
Yeah, because when you're in Rome, you should do as the Romans do.
Yeah, that's true. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
And the Japanese sailors, did that. And I was really shocked. And a couple of them told me, they said, yeah, you guys got good steak here. And one guy, he was from Tokyo. He let me know that if I ever got back on the West Coast and became a West Coast sailor again, and you go to Tokyo or Yokosuka, try the Kobe beef. Right?
Yeah, it's supposedly awesome.
It is. It's. I will put it to the girls this way: Kobe beef and magastos naman.
Good talk.
All right.
Good talk.
You better have ang daming pera. Di ba?
Ang dami yung pera. Kayo.
It was a little too rich for my blood.
Early professionals. Young professionals. Kayo maraming pera.
Oh,
okay. Here. And then he had to he needs to treat us for a steak. Because we will do the P challenge in Manila. Makati.
Sidewalk.
Yeah, Gypsy Walk is saying, I wish I visit Kyoto, Hiroshima. And he said he loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know Japan.
Been to Japan.
Japan is supposed to be extremely clean. the streets and everything.
Yeah.
And the people are very polite and well mannered.
Depressed
Mhm.
people.
What I heard,
They
I heard if you stop on the sidewalk to take a picture, everybody will stop. They won't
Oh,
walk
wow.
in the way or nothing.
Good Instagram IG goals.
They're very, very polite.
Filipino.
So, which is cool.
Wow.
So
Yeah, Gypsy Walk has been a lot of places, man. It's, yeah, and he's right. They are very respectful. That's one thing I've always appreciated about the Japanese and their culture. Uh, Respect is a big part of it.
yeah, it's funny. I got a Filipino buddy of mine listening. He's in KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia,
Uh huh.
and he
Mm-hmm.
he put LOL. Most people hates Americans. I said, yeah, oh, certain sections of the world, yeah, quite a few people do.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I was in Vieques, Puerto Rico,
Mm-hmm.
I've, dude, I'm telling you, I would once a week, actually every other day, I would take a a unmarked U.S. naval vehicle out in town and pick up the mail. And on a daily basis, there was at least 10 or 15 people with signs saying, "Go home, Yankee. We don't want you here." Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they used to march outside the gate, tell us go home. And they would add more colorful language, but I won't use it here today. And what really struck me about it all is that Puerto Rico and the island of Vieques is a U.S. territory, and they're telling me, "Go home, Yankee." Can you help me out with that, Bubba?
Oh,
Eh,
Baba.
Ellen, I can't say much to that. Other than the U.S. dollar, I mean,
Yeah, nothing about it.
didn't they just have a vote though on whether to become a state or not?
Yeah, and again, it got turned down, and I really don't know why I would want them to become a state, and I'll tell you why. Because they're deep in debt. Their government is so corrupt. I mean, they spend the people's money like it's water, and why bother? You know, just leave them as a territory. You know. But
Yeah.
as a whole, I would have to say when I was there, a lot of Puerto Rican people treated me well. You know,
Puerto
I did
Rican.
I did enjoy the island. You know,
And they do have that luxury too of being able to go to the U.S. mainland to live and work and everything else. Just look at cities like Boston. I guess has a large
oh yeah,
Puerto Rican. As
yeah,
I
definitely.
actually worked with a Puerto Rican from Boston, and great guy. He goes to me, dude, we'll be best friends forever as long as you don't call me Mexican. And he had that Bostonian accent. Oh, it was
Yeah, they parked the car in Harvard Yard. Go get a beer, huh?
oh, yeah, and of course New York. New York is like Puerto Rican heaven. And
Yeah. Oh,
actually
down in the Bronx. Yeah.
And actually Orlando has a sizable Puerto Rican community as well.
Uh huh. And it's actually getting bigger. It's uh it's spreading into places like DeLand. Um,
The
one
land
other.
used to be nothing but rednecks.
No, that's no. It's all Puerto Rican territory now.
Ugh.
Already
Yeah.
teaching the coaches, but
And Miami's all Cubans. It's
Yeah.
South Americans, a lot of Cubans though.
Uh huh.
Uh, Yeah, pretty much any
I
South
think for
American
this.
nationality or really any Caribbean nationality you'll find in Miami
Mhm.
because you have a lot of Haitians and I think Pompano,
Mm.
a lot of Haitians, and
Oh,
actually
Are they?
Lehigh Acres too, down by Fort Myers. You have a lot of Haitians.
Mm.
Evil
Asian
Aloe.
invasion.
Yeah, Evil Aloe says he goes to Massachusetts twice a week to the woods in Worcester. LOL.
Yeah, Worcester. Yeah, Worcester. Isn't it
Worcester. It's Worcester. That's how you say
Worcester?
it. Oh,
Yeah, which
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you'd like to expand on that a little bit.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
they call us all kinds of bad names. So, us guys from Massachusetts, they call us
I was
massholes.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Um, they they hate they hate Tom Brady. Do you girls know who Tom Brady is?
Hello?
I've heard about him, but Tom Brady.
Okay,
Tom Brady.
when you get a chance, you look up Tom Brady. He's the quarterback of the New England
Mm-mm.
Patriots. Okay, and I think you will fall in love.
Mm.
And you will become a football fan. What do you think there, Great Supreme Leader?
Probably not.
Ah, okay.
You will like him. Siya ang bogi ka na naman ang talaga, di ba?
Fine. Ha?
Uh,
Pwede na.
and
Joke.
Sakto
and
lang.
you can ask Bubba. You can ask Bubba about Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, tell him about Ben Roethlisberger, Bubba.
Roethlisberger, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. Great quarterback. Ugly man, but a great quarterback.
Oh. See, I'm very disappointed. My team did not get to meet Bubba's team in the AFC Championship.
Trust me, I'm real
Very
disappointed too.
disappointed.
not as disappointed as I am.
Oh, you have to bet on a different
Yeah,
team.
and
Who won
Bubba,
then?
that was the only time I ever rooted for the Steelers.
Oh, really? Oh, you rooted for him back in the
Please.
70s.
No, that there was no terrible towels in my house in the 70s. That was a big no-no. Even though my team,
They were in everybody else's house.
yeah, and my home was not a bandwagon home. Okay. See,
Hey, Baba.
we started talking sports. We got the girls a little lost. Let's
Yeah.
bring them back into the
No, we
conversation.
have to do something important now.
Yeah. Say goodbye now for tonight. Just have to do something important for
We'll read
tomorrow.
about the baseball.
Tom Brady
Tom
for
Brady.
for next week.
We'll stalk him.
You want to talk him?
Thank you,
Okay.
Papa. Thank you, Baba.
Oh, you're very
Ano
welcome.
We have to go.
Thank you. So, are you just going? Are you just going, Maria? Or is Ken staying, or are you both going?
We're both going.
I
We have to finish.
All right, not a
just
problem. It is
I'm
11:35
gonna
at
go to my
night,
dreams now.
so no
Yeah,
problem.
they're saying bye bye you, Baba. Bye bye you.
Bye, bye, ladies.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thank
bye,
you.
guys. Thank you guys
Thank
for
you.
having
Wala
me.
nga naman.
Walang
Bye
ano
po.
man.
Oh. They're great, Bubba.
Yes, they are.
They're so
As soon
much
as they
fun
get
to
off,
talk to.
as soon as they get off, we'll start talking about them.
Oh my God. No. I don't want to get in trouble, dude.
Well, it's just us now. Yeah, I'm sorry about earlier, man. That sucked too.
Oh yeah. Well, I just kept it going, kept talking to him, and kept the show rolling. And it was hilarious because at that time you had like 14 people listening.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally, boom, the hangout ended. And the girls kept talking to me like they were on the air. And so finally I said, girls, we're not live anymore.
Yeah, the damn connection dropped. I was so mad.
Oh, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you one bit. Oh. So what you got planned for this week?
Nothing, just work. I got most of my reports done.
Yeah.
So
how about the weekend coming? You going to any Super Bowl parties? Do they have them there?
no, I'll just watch it here on Buff Stream, man.
Okay. All right.
I'll just watch the game here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I watched last year's, but I New England Philadelphia Super Bowl just does not excite me.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if it's going to be a good game. I don't know if it'll be as good as last year's Super Bowl. You'll get a chance to watch Justin Timberlake.
Oh boy.
And I know your heart throbs for him, Bubba. I know. You don't have to.
Please, not hardly.
You don't have to say anything.
Though I did like his. I like the stuff he did with Andy Samberg, Dick in a Box.
Did you really?
Yeah, did you ever see that Dick in a Box?
No, I haven't seen.
Oh God, you got to play. That is hilarious. So that is actually pretty funny.
I think what's really funny is I think the girls looked up Tom Brady. And because they kept, thank you, Popeye, for telling us about Tom Brady.
Oh God.
I'm gonna make them New England Patriots fans, Bubba.
That's disgusting. Corrupting them.
That's what I do. I slowly creep in and corrupt.
Yeah, I can see that. So it's not surprising.
Yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed the show. It was nice talking about foreign lands and places we've been.
Oh yeah.
I hope it gives people a good idea on our perspective and where we're going and where we've been,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice. And I guess we can go ahead and wrap up the show. Anything you'd like to add besides go ahead and plug your show? When are you doing your next show?
I'm looking to keep it the same every Tuesday night around 6 or 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And if you'd like to be on tomorrow, I'll shoot you the link.
If I'm up, yes, definitely.
All right. What time do you rise out of your?
It's weird. Some days I'll wake up at like 4:30, and some days I'll wake up at like 6:30, 7:30. It really varies. It's weird.
Yeah. So, I could do it as late as 8 o'clock in the morning, my time. I mean 8 o'clock at night, my time. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm usually up by then,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah, I can go even go that late.
that would be 9 a.m. here.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
9
yeah,
a.m.
I'm
there.
usually up by that time.
Yeah, got coffee in you. The heart starts pumping, right?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, check evil aloe out. Philippines will teach you patience
yeah,
or
you got
make
that
you
right.
insane. That's a huge truth. I my first tour there, I was very young, and I'll tell you, I learned a lot about patience. Okay,
Yeah,
learned
it's
a
hard
lot
not to.
about patience. Yeah, and because when you're young, oh my God, you want everything like 10 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, you definitely learn patience here.
Uh,
Like I said,
oh,
if I go
all
to the
right, Bubba.
store, I don't go to the store for just one thing. It's got to be a bunch of things. If it's just one thing, I say, "Heh, to hell with it. It can wait. I'm not going to stand in
Can
that
wait.
line to buy one damn thing. Screw that."
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Yeah.
So, but anyway, thanks for coming on, Popeye. It was a pleasure.
Oh, you're always welcome, dude. Always
And
welcome. And
to
I
all you in the audience, I hope you all have a good one. Take care, and may the sun be shining wherever you may be.